Sugar daddy college professor and his female student Zach is my neighbor across the street, not to the left or right. Because we are separated by a road, we feel much more distant than our neighbors on the left and right, so we don't have much contact with each other. My neighbor Lisa told me that Zach is a business school professor at a university in our state. He is black, has an accent, and is said to be from South Africa. The old man is short and thin, easygoing and polite. His wife is young and beautiful, a white woman, and they have 2 boys, both of whom are darker. The first time I talked to the old man was one night after work. The old man introduced himself. When he learned that I was from China, he happily said that his wife really liked Chinese food, and then he asked me blatantly if I wanted Chinese food. His wife, I can't stand compliments, so I quickly made dumplings and served them to him on the weekend. The door was opened by my wife. Seeing the young lady so close up, she was really beautiful. I felt like I had entered the wrong door. The young lady is indescribably beautiful. Her facial features are as sharp and angular as sculptures. She looks like she came out of ancient Greek mythology. Her movements are lazy and frank. The 2 of them don't look like a husband and wife. They are like father and daughter. I'm sure there's at least a 20-year age difference between them. After having the first batch, Zach asked for the second batch, so I made steamed buns and sent them over. Then one day, Zach's wife sent back the cookies she made. The exquisite wife made the cookies very delicately, and it seemed that she put a lot of thought into them. Zach was very happy. He said that his wife liked the food I cooked very much and said it tasted different from the food in restaurants. I sent him a few times later, but then I felt it was boring. I don't know why I had no interest or desire to chat with the young lady. Zach seems to do everything for his wife. As long as she is happy, he will dance and be so excited that he doesn't know why. From then on, Zach would sometimes wait on the side of the road, intentionally or unintentionally, for me to say a few words before entering the room. Later, I didn't see the old man for a while. When I saw him again, I felt that he had suddenly aged very badly. He didn't talk much anymore and his back became even more hunched. Not long after, I went home one day and saw a police car in front of Zach's house, and a few people watching. This is rare in the United States. I hurriedly got out of the car and saw my neighbor Lisa, and asked quickly what happened. Lisa said that Zach beat his wife, and her wife reported it to the police, who had already taken Zach away. I was shocked. How could such a kind and thin old man have the heart to beat his lovely wife? Lisa said, there is a lot of story between these 2 people. The old man is a university professor, and the wife turned out to be his student. It is said that the girl didn't want to work, so she took the initiative to find an old professor and got married. The girl's father is a relatively well-known lawyer and has always opposed the marriage, but the daughter wants to find a sugar daddy and yearns for a life of idleness. The parents have severed ties with her, but something has happened now and the parents have to take care of it, so they are waiting in the room for the results. About a few days later, a sign was placed in front of the house, and Lisa told me that the verdict was passed. The children and the house belong to the woman, and the man is not allowed to step foot here. That period was when housing prices were rising, and the house was sold in less than a month. It's nice to have a neighbor who is nosy. Lisa told me that the girl's parents considered that their daughter had never worked. She would definitely not be able to afford such a big house, so they simply sold it and moved to a small room to live in. The Zachs and their children were never seen again. Later I heard that the reason for the fight couldn't be simpler. The woman had a new love, and the old man found out that he was so angry that he took action. The story is so cliché that there is nothing new at all. This kind of story is actually being played out in various places and countries. The man is as beautiful as a flower, and the woman is seeking wealth and profit for nothing. Neither of them seems worthy of sympathy. But the scale on my scale is still tilted towards Zach, and that increasingly rickety body lingers in my mind from time to time.